Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the structure of the chromosome or structure of the chromatin. If we talk about the structure of the chromosome, a chromosome are highly coiled and condensed chromatin fibers. Chromosomes are what? Chromosomes are highly coiled and condensed chromatin fibers, and each chromosome contains long DNA molecules. If you see, each chromosome contains long DNA molecules. The thread-like structure that you can see here are nothing but the DNA molecules and are associated with proteins. The molecules of protein that are called histones. So if we see the structure of the chromatin fiber, the structure of the chromatin fiber consists of two substances. First of all, the DNA, that is the deoxyribonucleic acid, which forms the 40% of the chromosome, and the histone protein, a particular type of protein that is found, that is binding material I think means what, binding material of the DNA, and that constitute about the 60% of the chromosome. If we see the discovery of the chromosome, so the discovery of the chromosome means credit goes to scientist that is called Walter Fleming, German scientist Walter Fleming. In 1882, he first observed DNA molecule while studying mitosis in the larvae of the salamander, an amphibian. But the study of the structure, that is the double helical structure, the study of the shape of the DNA molecule, the credit goes to means what, Watson and Crick in the year 1953, and for that reason they were awarded with the Nobel Prize in 1962. Now we will try to focus on this topic, that is the DNA and the histone protein. Histones are the protein that helps in coiling and packaging of the DNA into structural unit called nucleosome. So histone plus DNA is called nucleosome, and the core of 8 histone proteins are called histone octamer. In each packet of the binding, 8 histone protein molecules are present, and hence they are called histone octamer. And DNA along with the DNA along with the means what, histone are called nucleosome. There is much confusion about the nucleotides and nucleosomes, so be careful. Nucleosomes are what? Nucleosomes are the DNA, are the structure which contains both DNA and histone protein, while nucleotides are only DNA that is made up of 3 kind of substances. I will explain later. Now DNA, as already told you, the shape of the DNA molecule was first studied by the Rosalind Franklin in 1953, and the double helical structure is given by proposed by Watson and Crick in the same year 1953. For that reason they were awarded Nobel Prize in 1962. But if we see the structure of the DNA, each DNA is composed of two complementary strands that are wounded means what, around each other in a double helical manner. This is the helix. This structure is called helix, and this structure is also helix. Together they makes double helical structure. Now, DNA strand is composed of repeating nucleotide. What is nucleotide? This is the nucleotide. Nucleosome was what? DNA plus histone protein called nucleosome. But nucleotide is what? Phosphate, sugar and base. Phosphate, sugar and base. The strand is known as nucleotide. So, each nucleotide molecule is consists of 3 types of means what, molecule? Phosphate molecule, sugar molecule and base, nitrogenous base. If we talk about the nitrogenous base, there are 4 kinds of nitrogenous base are present in a DNA molecule. First of all, adenine, that is A, guanine G, cytosine C, and thymine T. And these bases, the nitrogenous bases, forms the rungs or you can say the steps of the ladder. And in what manner they form? The adenine always reacts with thymine. Never confuse, always remember ATGC. ATGC. ATGC 2,3. ATGC 2,3. A comes first, 2 come first. G comes later, 3 comes later. So ATGC. Adenine always react with the thymine, and there are two hydrogen bonds are present between A and T. Similarly, guanine reacts with cytosine when they are combined with the cytosine, and they are combined with 3 hydrogen bonds. So the bond that is present between the two nucleotide molecules, that is the two nitrogenous bases are called hydrogen bonds. So this is the helical structure of the DNA. Now students, next day we will study about the types of cell division, and then we will start the main topic, that is the phases of the mitosis. And if you have any question regarding the topic, text me. Assalamu alaikum.